and welcome to today's reading. Today we are using 9 Days by Judy Lannon, and as always, all of the books or decks that are used in my readings are linked in the description box, so if you want to check out any of the materials we used today, you can go down there and see that. And we're on page 77. 77 is a number with many meanings. It is often associated with abundance and prosperity, which often comes about through your career or your passions. It is also a number of success and full fruition, and by that I mean if you have a subject at hand, it means that you are going to be able to explore it fully. So if you have a sudden inspiration to paint an object, you are going to sit down and paint it, and it's going to be amazing, and it's going to be exactly what you thought it would be in your mind, if that makes sense. Oh dear, good luck. Come on, Maureen, we need to go. May pats my arm as the M's are gone. I'm sure May knows that I've overstepped my boundaries and intruded onto Genevieve's chirp. Okay, so I think that you may be feeling a bout of imposter syndrome. There may be something that you are wanting to do or something that you have done for a while as a hobby or have just been interested in, and you are feeling like you're not a real one. You're just someone who's interested in it. So using the artistic example, you're not a real artist. You just like to draw sometimes. You may be contemplating monetizing this hobby of yours, and your block is that you don't take yourself seriously enough. It feels like you simply don't see yourself as an expert or as someone who has any value to give on the subject. But I feel that you're being encouraged to try it anyway. I think that you'll be pleasantly surprised at your skill level. It may take you a while to really believe it, and you may always have a niggling feeling, but this is going to be a success for you if you set out and try to do it. Using the artist example, if you are an artist and you paint things, if you don't find yourself to be someone who has value to give, maybe you could try posting your work on social media and see if people like it. Or maybe you can find a farmer's market nearby that has a very low vendor fee that you can try to sell some of it and see if anyone wants to buy it. I think you need other people's perspective on this. When it comes to what you have that is of value, it only is of value if people need it, if people have a need for it. And if you can fill that need, then you are of value. I think that's something that we often don't understand in our society because we think that you have to have 29 degrees in order to be an expert, or you have to be 95 and have done it your entire life and have focused on nothing else except for that before anyone was going to listen to you. I'm getting concerned about people not respecting you, or of haters or things like that coming up too. It's kind of this feeling of, what if they don't like me? And you know what? There are always going to be people who don't like anyone on this planet. There's a quote that says, "You are not for everyone." And it's true, you're not. Not everyone is going to value you because not everyone is going to need what you have to offer. And even those experts in the field that have been traditionally considered experts, they also have just as much backlash and negativity and people who don't like them and don't value them as anybody else. The difference is they have something tangible to remind themselves with, but you can bet that they still feel the same feelings of, I don't know if I'm really able to provide the value that people are needing. It may not be all the time, it may not stop them from what they're doing, but they do feel it on occasion, and so will you. It's just a matter of putting yourself out there enough to know, not that people don't like you, but that some people do. There's another quote about artists, and it's that you only need 1,000 true fans. And the concept behind that is 1,000 true fans is all that it takes for you to be wildly successful, because if you have 1,000 people giving you support every day, every week, every month, those 1,000 people can completely sustain your career, either financially or emotionally. In addition, those 1,000 true fans are going to tell all their friends and family and everyone they meet about you if it comes up, right? So not only do you have those 1,000 true fans, but you have 1,000 plus, let's say 3 people, keeping it very modest, 1,000 plus each of their 3 people that they know. So now you've got 3,000 people looking at your work and looking at what you're doing. That's more than enough to make a living off of, to get validation, to provide value to. That's a big audience. And what I'm being shown is that you are incapacitating yourself from actually finding any of those people by sitting on this. It doesn't matter if you have 29 degrees or if you've been doing this thing for 7,000 years. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you are a few steps ahead of other people, and that makes you an expert to them. You can share what you have, you can improve what you have, and as you continue this process, you will learn more, you will experience more. And on top of that, not everyone is you. You are the only you, which means you are the only one that holds your unique perspective about what you're talking about. You may be similar to other people, you may have similar styles or ideologies, but that doesn't mean that what you have to say is redundant. What that means is there are like-minded people out there who could potentially become a support system for you, and vice versa. But I'm just seeing that you are being pushed really strongly to just try. Take whatever action you feel comfortable taking that is outside of your comfort zone. You don't need to become Banksy overnight. Banksy is a incognito artist, if you don't know. And they're very well known, and they kind of show up in the middle of random places, and people have found their artwork on the side of their house, and then it gets taken and turned into a national monument for millions of dollars or pounds. But anyway, my point is, you don't need to become Banksy overnight. You don't need to become the most ultimate example of the field that you're in. That's not what your goal should be. Your goal should be to just try. Your goal should be to just see if anyone cares. And I promise you, if you put yourself out there, they will. It may take a while, it may take a few tries, but I really believe that what you're being pushed to do is to put yourself out there, and they will meet you. The rest will come. You can't control who shows up. You can't control when they show up. You can't control how many people show up. But what you can control is you showing up. And if you show up, they will show up. Another quote. Today's all about quotes, apparently. Another quote from a movie called Field of Dreams. If you build it, they will come. So if you show up, you will be met with the audience that you deserve. I hope this helped. I hope this resonated. Let me know in the comments if it did. Let me know if you liked it. Like the video if you did. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell and select all notifications so that you actually get updated when I upload new videos. Until next time, bye.